Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today is Monday, June 24, 2024. Quick look at the calendar. This week we have May, the month of May, PCE inflation indicator. That's out on Friday. Thursday is Q1 GDP, the final estimate of what the economy did in the first quarter. I'm reading that there's a lot of attention going to be focused on the Q1 number. I find it a little bit puzzling in that it's 3 months ago and it's not really new news and it's kind of looking in the rearview mirror. But apparently, there's going to be some attention on the inflation number on Friday and the growth number on Thursday as signs of maybe inflation coming down and growth picking back up, which is the preferred results for these things. And I think another big thing is that it's the end of the second quarter. There's really no earnings this week, but I think there'll be a lot of jockeying of positions around for the end of the second quarter. The winners will be added to the accounts and losers kicked out, and you can see some interesting dynamics. I think later in the week as the second quarter ends. Interestingly, the Dow and the Russell are down for the second quarter. The Nasdaq and the S&P are up, and again, the primary drivers, Nvidia and some other tech stocks, Microsoft, like that. But Nvidia being the big gainer, and Nvidia is not in the Dow and not in the Russell. It is in the S&P and it is in the Nasdaq composite. So those indices are performing well, and the ones that don't have those Nvidia and some other growth names are doing poorly. I think it's a little bit surprising that the Russell and the Dow are down for the quarter. I think another thing that bears attention is that some of the cryptos and digital asset names have come off last week, and I don't know if that's a trend that's changing and going to be to the downside. But I found it kind of interesting in that some of the speculative names got sold off. Another thing this week I think is somewhat noteworthy is that there's going to be some significant Supreme Court decisions coming out. One on presidential immunity, one on social media censorship, and one which is called the Chevron deference case, which has at its root the impact of and how the government can regulate certain industries. In this one, it was oil and gas with Chevron. And that could be a big change that won't necessarily impact things this week or next month. But I think there's some important things that could come out of that, and as well as the other cases too. So we'll come back on Wednesday. Thank you for listening. We appreciate suggestions and likes and questions. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.